I'm checking in. It's Sharice, the medical mama. And this podcast is going to be so the drama, okay? I just wanted to come and do a very short pilot beginning episode and give you a reason to be here for all of the drama. And it's not going to be drama as in drama. Like, everybody like to be nosy, but it's not going to be that kind of drama. It's going to be the drama that has pushed us to be who we are as medical mamas, okay? We are going to be diving into some real things here. We're going to be talking about the stuff that pisses you off when you go to the doctor. We're going to be talking about the stuff that, like, why do I have to put down this NG again because you pulled it out again? The stuff that just be stressing you out, the worries, the everyday worries, the thoughts that doom us, the things that we just absolutely stress about on the inside that nobody who is not going through this would never understand or ever know. Y'all, we gonna be getting into it. I am very excited. I have some very good episodes just planned out already. I haven't recorded them yet, if I'm being honest, but I'm very excited about what this podcast will bring for us medical parents. It's not just only, the podcast is called Medical Mama, so the drama, but it's about being a medical parent because there are dads in the trenches too. And we all need a space to sometimes just listen to somebody who gets it, who understands it. Because everybody doesn't understand. And if you're not in the thick of it, if you're not in the thick of it, you just wouldn't understand. And this isn't a club we want to be a part of by choice. This isn't something that we woke up this morning or one morning and said, yes, I want to do this. It is one of the hardest things to watch your children go through something and you can't do anything about it. It's the hardest thing to put your trust into other people to take care of your children. It's the hardest thing to leave the hospital and your child is still there and you go home every night or some nights or however much you can stay at the hospital, if not, and you don't have a piece of you with you. It's just it's not normal, and it's very hard. It takes a whole lot of strength, a whole lot of resilience, a whole lot of God. Yes, I'm gonna be talking about God also in this podcast. So I do want you to know, if you don't want to hear about God, then it's not the podcast for you. I should have said that from the beginning, but here's your chance to walk away right now. Definitely gonna be talking about God, because the God I serve has really blessed me and my family abundantly. So I will be talking about him. If you don't want to hear it, you can leave right now. Now's the time. But again, I didn't want to be before you very long. This is just our beginning podcast, and I'm just gonna be, how do they say, shooting the shit. I'm just gonna be talking about the things that we deal with as medical parents and how we get through them, how to build community, the stuff that you didn't know about that you wish you knew about, how to even survive having a child in the hospital long term. What does finance look like at that point? What do relationships look like at that point? What do marriages look like at that point? What does it look like when you build the community in the hospital and you have a community of friends that you made in the hospital, a community of friends through nurses and doctors and everything. Those are your friends, but also a community of friends of parents who are going through the same things you're going through. Just what are the resources that are offered at hospitals that you don't know about, that you wouldn't know about going into it? How can this podcast be a help of somebody who is new to being a medical mama? I'm only 18 months in, y'all, and this has been the most eye-opening journey for me. I have learned so much. You just don't realize how hard it is to see so many sick children. And you honestly don't know how many children pass away a day. You don't realize how many parents are losing their babies, their kids at crazy rates. You wouldn't know unless you're always at a hospital. And I don't want to be doom and gloom and sad, but that is really what's happening in these hospitals. And I want this podcast to be for us medical mamas, but also for people that are not inside of this. I want you guys to really, really be open-minded when you hear this podcast, because sometimes I'm going to say some stuff that you probably is just not going to understand, but I also want you guys to understand what we are really facing and thinking about, the things that we go through, the things that we need in this political climate, the things that we need for our children. A lot of these medically complex children are on Medicaid, and these are things that are being threatened to be taken away. This is a lot of, it's a lot of things that just go on in the medical community, and I want to talk about it. I want to talk about it with my friends. I want to talk about it with doctors. I want to talk about it with nurses. I want to talk about it with all the therapists, respiratory, occupational. I want to talk about just all of the things. I want to get into just life every day. Being at home with my warrior. Just talking about my warrior. Talking about your warrior. And this is my baby. She's a heart warrior. But this podcast is not specific to heart warriors. If you got a warrior, your baby fighting cancer, your baby, you got autistic babies, you got any of that medically complex, it can be down to simple sensory issues. Medically complex, it can be down to anything. You want to talk about your baby, you want to do anything, we're gonna talk about it here. Okay, so send me a message if you got a story to share, if you got something you want to suggest, if it's something you want to talk about week to week. Like, I have a general idea of the topics that I want to talk about, but also if y'all just want to throw some things at me and we could just have a segment where we just talk about a few random things, then we can do that. I just want to do something for us, but also I want the world to understand and hear us. This is not easy. It's not all sunshine and rainbows all the time. And I'm sure you probably see that when people post and talk about the things that they go through, but we really be in the trenches. The only thing that separated me from a lot of the doctors and the nurses are the degrees, the paperwork. I know, so and I don't know the math and stuff, so it's a lot of other stuff that is separating me for real. But what I'm saying is, I have so much medical knowledge. I have had so much medical knowledge over 18 months. I can't imagine how much it's going to be in 18 years. This medical mama life ain't no joke. Okay? And you guys, I just want to share the journey with you. I want to talk about it with people that want to talk about it. So if you want to be on the show, send me a message too. I am going to put all of those things down in the description box, as they say on the YouTubers. Put all of those things down in the bottom so you can know how to email me and how to send me a message via Facebook or Instagram. That's only where I'm at right now. But I am excited about this podcast. Please let me know if there's anything you want to talk about for our next episode. This is episode 1, and y'all see why it's so the drama. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll talk later. Bye. Thanks for listening and watching. I can't wait to keep venting and oversharing with you guys. Be sure to follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. We'll see you next week. Medical Mama signing out.